Student-led protests in Manipur turned violent as demonstrators clashed with police forces, resulting in multiple injuries. Indefinite curfew imposed in Tree Valley districts. State announces extension of school closure, suspension of internet service. IZ operations. IK Muiwa refutes claims of ethnic bias within the police force, urges for non-violence, cautioning the role of vested interest groups. Hello, this is Nishita Iringbom and you're watching ISCOM Prime News for this hour. Now let's see the news in details. Governor L.B. Acharya has assured to take up one of the 5 demands of the students at the earliest. He also assured to hold a meeting with the 50 non-Kuki Zo MLAs of Manipur to discuss a roadmap to restoring a peace in Manipur. 10 student protesters along with social activist Rohan Philim were taken to Ras Bhavan to meet the governor after the demonstration turned violent. They were accompanied by state and central forces. The protests, which began after a key deadline passed at 1 p.m., led to clashes with police and several injuries. Tension soared around 2 p.m. when protesters, disheartened by the lack of governmental response, attempted to advance towards the governor's office. The police intervened promptly, blocking their path and urging the protesters to appoint representatives for negotiation. The situation deteriorated rapidly as the authorities deployed tear gas to disperse the increasingly agitated crowd. The clash led to several injuries, with some individuals being transported to local hospitals. While the exact number of casualties remain uncertain,
Governor su haibirek positive response ti aigi site tagidi soidana kharani sigi manungda taba phangagani akhoni yam mainly insist on point number 5 oiba male kuki jogi MLA tara se yaudabida akhogi nagagi lebiriba MLA maitegi lebiriba MLA maite pang lebiriba pulap kauraga 50 MLA sigi final stand ama noina kari stand lawrige habise tawbiro honorable governor gi site tagi tawbiro aduga kari no khoi hojik manipur thoiba poche stand amadi lawbiyo haiba kana governor na adudi ai thuna yangna MLA yang khaise ai kaura kana moi final stand semdi ai khangna na ba soidana makinoida students adumadi honorable governor gi site tagi pire
ma ngasai unified command se sije hujiki oina di thokpa ngamroi aduna akoina satra na na haijagiba akoigi piba ngamdragadi 24 hours buki mongda piba ngamdragadi school college loinamak boycott tauba hasida akoi purak satra mayam gi wafam non thamjari
akoigna big memorandum da sugi matang makti yaw.
student-led protests turned violent at Katwa in Imphal West District today as demonstrators clashed with police forces. Protesters at Manipur University Gate started with burning effigies of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and Security Advisor Kuldeep Singh. The protest escalated quickly when the students marched to storm the governor residence. Protest demonstration was happening simultaneously at BT Road at the time. A violent confrontation soon erupted between the security forces and protesters as the security forces stopped them at Katwa. Security forces resorted to firing tear gas shells to disperse the crowd. However, an intermittent confrontation occurred as protesters repeatedly attempted to break through the roadblock. Earlier, in the wake of the unfortunate turn of events in Imphal and Thoubal district yesterday, Governor L.B. Acharya chaired a meeting with the top-ranking officials of the state and central forces, including Security Advisor Kuldeep Singh, DGP Razip Singh, and IGAR South Rabrup Singh at Raj Bhavan last night. The meeting discussed the present law and order situation in Manipur, while chalking out potential measures that may be taken up to restore normalcy at the earliest. The governor's office, in a press release today, pointed out the need for joint efforts of the security forces and the general public in bringing peace and tranquility in the state. It stated that peace and people's cooperation are the only means which bring societal development. Manipur, the land of zebras, is not an exception. The state for a long time has been an important entity for taking all-round development of India to a greater height. However, it has been seen that the state for the last few months has been on turmoil. Some unpleasant incidents gave a severe jolt to the dedicated efforts of the central and state governments towards restoring peace and normalcy in the state. In the wake of the sudden spurt of violent incidents, Governor Laxman Prasad Acharya expressed deep concern. The governor has said that violence is not the solution to any problem. Everyone will have to contribute and find ways to overcome this problem. The governor's office further stated that the governor, in his bid to restore peace and normalcy with the help of the public, is constantly speaking to public leaders, students, and the people in general. Moreover, dedicated efforts are being made for establishing peace by the security agencies. In view of the present situation, the governor has appealed to all sections of the society, student organization, and public leaders to work together to establish peace and help Manipur to scale a new height of growth and development. The Manipur government has imposed an indefinite curfew across the entire Imphal East and Imphal West districts, effective from 11 this morning, to quell escalating violence and prevent further unrest. This follows ongoing clashes between students and authorities in Imphal West, resulting in widespread property damage and injuries. In an official order, District Magistrate T.H. Kiran Kumar invoked Section 163 of the Bharatiya Nyarik Suraksha Sanhita 2023 to prohibit gatherings of 5 or more people and restrict the movements of individuals outside their homes. Essential services such as healthcare, electricity, public health, engineering, press, electronic media, and court personnel will be exempt from the curfew. While the district magistrate had initially granted a curfew relaxation from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. for today, the order has been superseded and all curfew relaxations have been lifted with immediate effect. Meanwhile, in response to escalating security concerns, the district magistrate of Thoubal, Ahanthem Suvas Singh, has imposed stringent prohibitory orders across the district. The decision, effective from 12 noon today, comes in a wake of a report by the superintendent of police warning of potential breaches of peace and imminent threats to public safety. According to the police report, there is a significant risk of unrest and disturbance due to the activities of certain anti-social elements. To address this, the district magistrate has invoked Section 163 of the BNSS 2023, enacting a ban of movement outside residence for all residents in the Thoubal district. This measure aims to prevent any escalation of violence and safeguard public tranquility. The prohibitory orders will remain in effect until further notice. However, essential services including electricity, medical care, and water supply along with security forces are exempted from these restrictions. Residents requiring permission for emergencies or events such as marriages and funerals have been advised to seek written authorization from the relevant authorities before proceeding. The Manipur State Home Department has announced a 5-day suspension of internet service across the state, citing concerns over potential disturbances to public peace and order. The decision made under Rule 2 of the Temporary Suspension of Telecom Service Public Emergency or Public Safety Rules 2017 comes in response to escalating tensions in the region. According to the order, the temporary suspension affects all internet and mobile data service, including lease lines, VSAIDs, broadband, and VPN service within the territorial jurisdiction of Manipur. The suspension took effect from 3 this afternoon and will continue until 3 p.m. on September 15, 2024. Exemptions have been made for services that have been whitelisted by the state government. The decision aims to prevent further disruptions to peaceful coexistence and maintain public order amidst the ongoing crisis in the state. In a recent directive from the Education Ace Department, all government aided private and central schools under its jurisdiction have been instructed to remain closed on September 11 and September 12, 2024. All zonal education officers under the Department of Education Ace, Manipur have been directed to inform all concerned under their jurisdiction and take up necessary action accordingly. Manipur IZ operation IK Muiva refuted claims of ethnic bias within the police force. He also addressed the ongoing student protests, urging for non-violence and highlighting the role of vested interest groups. In a press briefing, IZ operation IK Muiva clarified regarding one press statement by one very senior retired official who claimed that there is no Manipur police, but Meitei police and Kuki police. He refuted the claim as Manipur police comprise of all kinds of communities, whether from the mainland Kukis, Nagas or the Meiteis. Hence, he termed it as an immature statement by the retired official. Further, the top corps also asserted that with regards to the drone bombing matter, the state police have already clarified on its official media handles clearly and the police stand by it. In response to the drone bombing incidents in Manipur, Inspector General of Police Operation IK Muiva has confirmed the involvement of foreign elements. The Manipur police are likely to hand over the investigation to the National Investigation Agency NIA for an in-depth examination. Muiva reported they are gathering various pieces of evidence including drone fragments recovered from the scene. These have been sent to the forensic lab to analyze the chemicals used in the bombs. He stressed the high priority of the case, describing it as extremely serious. Forensic teams are analyzing the evidence, including the bombing sites and remaining fragments. He added that it is likely that we will transfer the investigation to the NIA. The step is essential to ensure that the case is investigated at the highest level.
We are collecting the various evidences in the form of various drones that we have picked up and also all the forensic kind of things that are left behind at the bombing sites by a forensic team. And we will be most likely handing over these very important cases to national investigating agencies so that it can be done, it can be fully investigated. This will be done at the highest level. And we take it as extremely serious development. So we are taking it with great and high priority. We want to make some very important clarification regarding one press statement by a very senior retired officer in which they say that there is no Manipur police, but there is Meitei police and Kuki police. So we want to refute that because this Manipur police is composed of all kinds of communities, whether it is from the mainland it is from the Kuki, it is from the Nagas, and it is from the Metis. So there is no such thing like that, such statement that he has made, that it is an immature statement, which shows a very myopic kind of mindset.
Speaking on the student protest, which has currently rocked the state, the police have appealed to the students not to indulge in violence to avoid unnecessary problems. The police have also claimed that some vested interest groups are instigating these and that the police are monitoring the social media handles. Students protesting at Manipur's Imam Market since September 9 have served a 24-hour deadline to the governor, which ended at 1 p.m. today, awaiting a response to the charter of demand from Governor Laxman Acharya. The students had urged yesterday, September 9, that their demands be fulfilled within 24 hours. Although the students decided to stay in front of the Ras Bhavan until their demands was fulfilled, they were dispersed by security personnel after some irate protesters pelted stones in the area. Later, the protesting students shifted their protesting site to Imam Market and held an overnight protest. Lieutenant General Pradeep Chandran Nair, former Director General of Assam Rifles DZAR, has denied reports about use of drones for aerial bombing and long-range rocket missiles by Kuki militants in the ongoing crisis in Manipur. He categorically denied claims that drones were being used to drop ammunition in the state, stating that reports of such activities are based on misinformation and false media narratives. Contrary to the General Officer's assertion, on September 1, in a statement posted on X, Manipur police highlighted the unprecedented nature of the attack, which involved the use of drones to drop multiple rocket-propelled grenades. In an interview with a news channel yesterday, Lieutenant General P.C. Nair said that although drones or quadcopters are in use in Manipur, their purpose is not for offensive operations, stressing that much of the footage circulating on social media allegedly showing drone drop bombs in Manipur is misleading. He said drones are indeed being used, but not to drop ammunition. He even claimed that he has checked with his sources in Assam Rifles and even confirmed it with the Army Chief regarding the same. He added that the pictures and videos being shared are actually from places like Palestine and Myanmar, not from Manipur. He, however, failed to mention the injury of several civilians and state police who were hit by shrapnel of bombs dropped using drones in Koktruk on September 1. He also failed to mention the recovery of 3D printed tail section of bomb cells dropped by drones and subsequent confiscation of a drone from the Kuki village by security forces the next day. He pointed out that Assam Rifles and the Indian Army have already shot down around 30 to 40 drones or quadcopters in the Manipur conflict, further dismissing the notion that these drones were involved in attack against civilians or security forces. Regarding the use of long-range rockets, he refuted claims of militants using sophisticated rocket missiles. While explaining it, he said it was not a rocket missile, but a crude, indigenous weapon called Pampi, and that these makeshift devices, often used in Myanmar and Manipur, consist of modified barrels filled with TNT or other explosives. However, he emphasized that these weapons are far from reliable, noting that many times the explosives detonate prematurely within the barrel, sometimes even killing the person attempting to fire them. Here, he also failed to mention the Myanmar or Hamas-style rocket landed at Trong Laubi, obliterating a building structure in an early morning attack. He yet again did not mention the date of an elderly man when one such rocket fell in the compound of the house of former Chief Minister M. Koireng, which also left 6 others injured. The former DZ also criticized how the media has sensationalized the issue, portraying these crude weapons as advanced military-grade rockets. He argued that while the situation in Manipur is dire, misinformation has only served to escalate tensions and distort the reality of the conflict on the ground.
The military and Assam Rifle forces I've checked, they have confirmed. I have also checked it from the army chief, and he has confirmed that there is actually no ammunition dropped. The footage, the pictures that are going around are of which place? They are of Palestine and Myanmar. I've said this in my earlier interviews also. I have about 35 to 40 videos in my mobile, all false, different countries, but what gets propagated is happening in Manipur.
So are you saying that there are no drones in Manipur?
There are drones. I am clarifying, there are no drones which were used to drop ammunition. So if you
the blast which took place?
So please read the newspapers of Manipur. Again, don't read the newspapers of the rest of the country. In one of the newspapers 3 days back, it came that woman who died in Kotruk village and her daughter who got injured were casualties of bullet injuries. Bullet, not shrapnel. If something gets dropped from top, it's not bullet, it has to be a shrapnel. So it is stray bullets that hit her. In fact, again, that was a place where both the Cookies and Methi factions were fighting, and this lady unfortunately got killed in the process.
Of illegal arms, security forces have recovered a significant case of weapons and ammunition in the Churachandpur and Kangpokpe district in Manipur. Acting on intelligence input suggesting that armed militants were attempting to infiltrate the southern parts of Churachandpur, security forces launched a targeted operation in Gangfazang area, said an official. This operation resulted in the recovery of one 12-bore gun and one Baofeng handset. While the militants managed to escape, the weapons were seized, he said. In a separate operation in the fringe areas of Kangpokpe district, security forces recovered 35 empty cartridges, 13 live ammunition rounds, 1 digital wristwatch, and 2 empty lead cartridges from Lai Maton Thangbu, the official added. The confiscated weapons and ammunition have been handed over to the Manipur police for further investigation and legal action. A 46-year-old woman was killed after getting caught in a clash between 2 armed groups in Manipur's Kangpokpe district. The incident happened in the remote Thangbu village on Sunday night. According to reports, a few houses in the village were also torched, forcing the locals to flee to nearby forage. The deceased woman was identified as Nemzakhol Lungdim. Her body was handed over to her family after post-mortem examination at the Churachandpur District Hospital. A significant number of powerful bombs were discharged during the clash between the two sides. Later that night, an exchange of the fire was also reported between CRPF personnel stationed at nearby school and militants. Seven soaps were burnt to ashes in last night inferno at Khatrigao, Chandamlaikai in Imphal East District. 7 kacha soaps located in Naharub, Chandamlaikai Bazaar completely burnt to ashes as fire broke out around 11 p.m. However, 3 fire tenders belonging to Manipur Fire Service Department reached on the spot as local rang emergency number to prevent the fire from spreading to adjacent columns of soaps in the local market. Locals of Chandamlaikai and Naharub Awanglaikai expressed their gratitude to the Fire Service Department for timely service. Had the fire tenders not reached the spot and extinguished the fire, it would have spread to other rows and columns of soaps, resulting in loss of more properties. According to reports, the fire is suspected to have broken out from short circuit. As it is a busy local market, most of the soaps are fully loaded with stocks. One individual named Dawood, whose house is located alongside his soaps, has lost all his lifetime earnings. He, along with his daughter, somehow managed to escape the fire unhurt. Emerging Northeast Eco Forum, INEF, with its ambitious objective to transform Northeast India into a vibrant, inclusive, and sustainable economic powerhouse, has embarked on its first initiative in promoting the region. Under the joint efforts of team members and well-wishers of the forum in a press statement informed that it held a productive meeting with President of Electric Vehicle Association of Malaysia, Dato Dennis Chua, Managing Director cum Group CEO of ISCOM Nilex Berhad, Datuk Lee Chun Wei, CEO of Karuna Tech, Andy Casey Lim, and CEO of Karuna Melvin Ong. The forum has started on the roadmap to collaborate with Southeast Asian countries. Earlier this month, founder of INEF, Satyajit Aribam, and co-founder Bikram Maitai visited Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where they had a series of key meetings with business leaders in Kuala Lumpur and explored collaboration opportunities in the field of joint research and development (R&D), particularly in social sciences, applied science, sports science, and food science. The focus of the visit was to strengthen academic and research connection between Northeast India and leading Malaysian business houses and institutions, fostering innovation and knowledge exchange across critical sectors. The discussion with academic institutions such as Tunku Abdul Rahman University of Management and Technology resulted in commitments to collaborate on cross-cultural research in areas such as sociology, anthropology, and development studies, with support from Dato Spencer Tan, who is the Deputy Chairman, Business Development Advisory Committee and Senior Alumni of the University. With these collaborations, the forum aimed to highlight and develop the unique social fabric of Northeast India and identify sustainable development models suited to its diverse population. Once again, the headlines. Governor L.P. Acharya assures to take up one of the 5 demands of the students at the earliest. Student-led protests in Manipur turned violent as demonstrators clashed with police forces, resulting in multiple injuries. Indefinite curfew imposed in 3 valley districts. State announces extension of school closure, suspension of internet service. IG operations, IK Muiva refutes claims of ethnic bias within the police force, urged for non-violence, questioning the role of vested interest groups. Thank you for watching ISCOM News. Keep watching ISCOM News for more news and updates. Stay safe and have a nice day.